What is going on, guys? So today I'm here to bring you round 18 of the LBA, as this is actually my last battle of the regular season, as my round 20 match forfeited, and I actually forfeited my round 19 because I didn't really feel like doing it, as I already have my playoff spot secured in a fashion in which I liked it. So anyways, this is against Riley, or the Baltimore Bisharps, as his team has a bunch of NU stuff, as he also has an Avalug and a Ditto, as the team he brought today was Quagsire, which he's the guy that picked it up after I dropped it, Miltank, Volcarona, Mega Medicham, Superior, and Landorus T, as those last four mons I mentioned all very scary, so I don't kind of worry about them, as the team I brought was Torkoal, Hawlucha, Scolipede, Thundurus, Amoonguss, and Mega Gardevoir. So I mainly had Amoonguss there so that what's his face, Superior couldn't sweep my team, and he has absolutely no switch-ins for Hyper Voice, because Volcarona is not a switch-in because it can also take a Psyshock. So my main goal with this team was to try and sweep him with either Hawlucha or Scolipede, as both of them do a ton of work to his team once some walls are weakened like that Quagsire, and that's about it. So let's get into it, as using the blue snowball, so I'm just doing it live, kind of. So anyways, he's going to be leading off with, well, I'm going to be leading off with Torkoal, as he is going to be leading off with his Landorus, as I knew he was probably not going to be staying in, as I figured he'd be Choice Scarfed, because that's the only way he can outspeed my Gardevoir and my Scarf T-Tar, as I figured he'd just U-turn because staying in on an Earthquake never happens turn 1, so I felt pretty safe here, and he does go into his Volcarona, which is very scary for my team. My backup, I do have a move to hit this, as I am going to put up my rocks, and he has no way to get rid of them, as he is going to go ahead and Quiver Up. Now that's very scary depending on his coverage, as I do have a move to hit that, and that is the Rock Slide, as I am going to just go for that Rock Slide, and that's going to do a lot, and unfortunately it's not going to kill. If I had Stone Edge it might have killed, but I'm not sure, as now he's going to go for the HP Rock, it looks like, and I barely live, and I'm able to fire off another Rock Slide and knock him out. So I'm very surprised that I lived a +1 HP Rock, just because Torkoal doesn't have the best SPDF, but it happens. So down goes Volk, and now he's going to be able to go into Superior and get off a Leaf Storm for free, which is not great, but I do have a switch. I do have something that can come in on, that can appreciate a free switch in on Superior, so he's going to go for Leaf Storm and knock me out. I had absolutely no point saving Torkoal because I didn't want anything to take the damage, even Amoonguss, because then it'd take a +2 HP fire if it had it. So I'm going to go into my Hawlucha, which can outspeed and one-shot it from where it is at, as I do have the Power Herb Sky Attack, as long as it lands, because I think it has 90 accuracy, as long as it lands I will knock this thing out, so I'm going to go for that Sky Attack, and it's going to take out Superior, so that's a humongous threat to my team gone, as I took out both of his special attackers, so Amoonguss became a lot less valuable for me, which is kind of nice, as I can bring it in on this Landorus a little more easily, as I am specially defensive Amoonguss, as I don't want to take a hit, as I could have potentially taken some Rock Slides and hit it with some acrobatics and such, as I would outspeed, but I just didn't want to take that damage, as he is going to go for this Rock Slide, and I'm SPDF, and I'm just going to eat that up, as I do have the Regenerator, so I can switch out, and I do get the Black Sludge. So he's going to call it back, and I actually should have seen this play coming, as he's going to go into his Miltank, and I'm like, oh shit, he's going to have Sap Sipper, as he's going to take the rocks, and I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. What do you know, it's Sap Sipper, so he gets a free +1, which is very scary. I did not want that to be running around and poking holes through my team, because I know he likes running an offensive Miltank, and I was pretty sure that I could live one hit from this thing and be okay thanks to Regenerator, as he does have Fire Punch, and that's going to do a lot of damage. That does a ton, as I'm just going to go for the Clear Smog to get rid of that +1, as I did Clear Smog as a fail-safe to deal with Superior, as it can Leaf Storm up on a bunch of stuff on my team. So anyways, I don't want to let Amoonguss die, because it can pivot around on a bunch of stuff, and it makes sure that I don't lose to Quagsire, just in case I lose other stuff, because I can just Giga Drain it. As I'm going to go into Hawlucha, because it's not, I don't need it too much really to win this game, and high jump kicking this thing in the face would be excellent, as he does show the Curse, which is problematic because that means high jump kick's not going to be able to just destroy this thing. As I was, so anyways, he's going to get his lefties, and I'm going to miss a high jump kick, which really sucks, as now he's going to go for the fire punch, and it's not going to kill me because I do have a little bulk invested, but it does pretty close, and high jump kick would be a 2-hit KO, so I could have taken out this this cow without having to lose my Halucha, which would have been nice. As you see there, the high jump kick clearly would have 2-hit KO'd, and had he not gotten up curse, it would have one-shotted him. So I lose Halucha, which is really unfortunate, but what this does do is it will give me the free switch into Gardevoir so I can fire off a Hyper Voice and just get my Mega off. So I am going to go ahead and switch into said Gardevoir, as the trace is totally meaningless because he won't have a grass move. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve. Since he went for that curse, even though he is base 100 speed, I will definitely outspeed him. And I will definitely knock him out with a Hyper Voice. So he's just going to sack this thing, as he has 0 switch-ins to Hyper Voice, as it just 2-hit KOs or one-shots in his entire team, especially after Stealth Rock. So anyways, he's going to go to Landorus here. And I was pretty confident this thing would be Stealth Rocks, or Choice Scarfed. And it was also just nice forcing this thing to come in as rocks wore it down, and I do have the Protect because I just didn't. It helps me dodge fake outs from Mega Medicham and high jump kicks, I guess. As he does show that he's going to lock himself into U-turn, so I'm free to just fire off the Hyper Voice, as that U-turn does a ton of damage because Gardevoir not bulky at all. But he is just going to go into his Quagsire and essentially just fodder this because he doesn't want to switch his Medicham or his Landorus in on a Hyper Voice. So I'm going to go for that Hyper Voice, and he shows he's especially defensive as he lives that with a little bit of grace. But it's no matter because I can just fire off another one. I lose absolutely nothing, and I'm just going to go for that Hyper Voice and knock him out. So down goes the Quagsire, and all he has left now is Mega Medicham and that Landorus, but that's still problematic because those two things hit extremely hard. So he's going to be Choice Scarfed, and I'm just gonna, I don't feel the need to protect because whatever he does is going to kill me, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess I could have protected and then gone to Thunderous, to save score or something, but I don't think it mattered too much because I wouldn't be getting any free attacks off with Gardevoir since he would have Bullet Punch on this Medicham. So he's going to switch Medicham in, and I know he has to switch out or just fodder it off. So my best play was going for Thunderbolt, as it's going to one-shot Medicham, and he doesn't get the auto forfeit since Medicham wasn't in for a full turn. But yeah, Life Orb Thunderbolt one-shots him, and all he has left is Landorus, which has to lock himself into Rock Slide. And I do have a full health Scolipede, which has quite a bit of defense investment in the back, as well as a Moongus, which can take a hit, and if I need to, I can switch around and get some more regenerators. So it's going to go for this Rock Slide, and it's going to knock me out. Had it not, then I would have just fired off an HP Ice and taken it home. As he did get the crit, I don't think it really mattered because I didn't have any bulk invested. As I'm going to go into Sting, and I do run a bunch of defense investment, as he is going to go for this Rock Slide, and I know I can live one, get the speed boost and outspeed him next turn, so I wasn't worried if I flinched or missed this Aqua Tail, but I am going to land the Aqua Tail, and that's going to knock out Landorus, and that will be the game, as unfortunately my plan didn't work as perfectly as I wanted, but I still get the win, as with the forfeits and the stuff that I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be ending the season 16-4, and I am in first place, which is really incredible. I will actually be playing Riley for my round 1 match of the playoffs, so that's pretty fun, interesting, as we're going to be going at it again, so that should be fun. I do like my team matchup over him, as let's be real, my ultimate goal is to make the finals just so I can have a first round draft pick next season and get Excadrill. That's what this whole thing is about, as that's what I'm joking about, but you know what, I'm going to try and win it all, as I do feel I have a good matchup on Riley. Ryan's not his name, that's his brother, by the way. And if I was to beat Riley, I keep wanting to say Ryan, I will be playing the winner of most likely Zyod and Ab, which I lost to Ab and beat Zyod. So just a little heads up, and stay tuned for playoff action, as yep, Shadow Valley Murkrows first place, and I think we have a good chance to take the entire playoffs for ourselves. But you know, we'll see, things can happen, and until next time, make sure to leave some love, and everyone have a good day. So yeah, peace.